Women don't care when they hurt a good man, until he does this or Stoic Think. There is a painful truth many good men eventually face. You can give your time, your loyalty, your patience and your heart, and still be taken for granted. Not because you are weak, not because you are unworthy, but because you are available. When you are always there, always forgiving, always understanding, your presence begins to feel ordinary. And human nature often overlooks what feels guaranteed. A good man loves deeply. He protects. He provides stability. He communicates with sincerity. But when that devotion is given without boundaries, it can slowly lose its perceived value. Some women do not consciously try to hurt a good man. They simply respond to energy. When the energy says, "I will stay no matter what," respect quietly decreases. Stoicism teaches something powerful here. Control what you can control. You cannot control how someone values you. You cannot force appreciation. You cannot demand loyalty. But you can control your response. And that response changes everything. The shift does not begin with anger. It does not begin with revenge. It begins with awareness. Awareness that you have been overextending. Awareness that your silence has enabled disrespect. Awareness that love without standards becomes self-abandonment. When a good man keeps tolerating small hurts, he unknowingly trains people how to treat him. Every time you excuse behavior that wounds you, you communicate that your pain is negotiable. Over time, that negotiation becomes normal. And this is where the transformation starts. The moment a good man decides he will no longer tolerate subtle disrespect, something powerful happens. He does not shout, he does not beg, he does not explain himself repeatedly. He simply withdraws the access that was once unlimited. This is what changes everything. When you stop chasing, the dynamic shifts. When you stop over-explaining, the silence becomes loud. When you stop proving your worth, your absence begins to speak. Many women do not realize the value of a good man until his consistency disappears, not because they are evil, but because humans often recognize value most clearly through contrast. When the reassurance fades, when the attention becomes measured, when the emotional safety is no longer freely handed out, reflection begins. Stoicism calls this reclaiming your inner authority. You were never meant to build your identity around someone else's approval. You were never meant to sacrifice your peace to maintain someone else's comfort. A man who constantly tries to fix everything becomes predictable. A man who knows when to step back becomes powerful. Detachment is not cruelty, it is discipline. It is the refusal to let emotions override